What up, YouTube? Just doing a quick video of my 88 GT Vertigo. I just remixed it. I decided to do a video because for some odd reason, it's really no 88 Vertigos on YouTube that I found. Not even 89s, you know. It's a rare bike. It was only made 2 years. It's basically a performer, a base model performer for people who didn't know. Originally, this bike would have came with 48 spoke wheels and a rotor stem. So some of the upgrades that I did, um, well, basically, it was missing a lot of parts when I got it. It was a rideable bike, but it was missing, the front brake. It didn't have any type of gyro or rotor. So I added a gyro. I added a front brake, the original front brake. I added Tech 77 levers. It had a bent chrome seat post, which wasn't original anyway. So I sourced a 80s Tioga seat post, which is very rare and expensive if you do find it. These seat posts have a reinforcement that goes down the middle to prevent it from bending as easy. Dominator seat, I'm actually going to change the Dominator seat to a GT seat at some point when I find a deal on one. I see Pork Chop have them at the market now, so I might go with one of those. Um, I originally put Tomahawk mags, which would have been correct for 88 Performer, which is basically this is what this is. But I had the Gen 2 version, which had the newer style logo, not the rounded GT logo like that. What else did I do? When I got it, it had a two-piece sprocket. It was spray bomb. So I didn't even know it was GT. So I just changed it out and put a cheese grater sprocket on it, not knowing the two-piece sprocket that came on was actually GT also. So that's cool. Has an Odyssey crank on it. I think it's a 175. Has VP pedals. Going to change those pedals. I might even change the crank. I'm thinking about going to three-piece, either the Power Series or the Red Line cranks. This bike would originally had the 87 style stem on it. Ironically, I don't. Another thing I didn't realize when I got it, the 88 Performer actually would have came with this stem. So I don't understand why they didn't do it for the Vertigo. Um, what else did I do? Let's see. Oh yeah, I changed the fork standards when I first got the bike. I had threw some some 80 Summit fork standards on it, which is pretty much copies of the Gen 1 GT fork standards. I think the company actually used to make Gen 1 GT fork standards, so they're identical. I just wanted the real deal on it, and I like the cutout of the GT, so it ain't no mistaking. You know what it is when you see it for the most part. Yeah, so that's my 88 GT Performer. Uh, it's kind of like the underrated GT in my opinion. These bikes were basically, to me, they're more superior to a Performer because these bikes were full 4130, unlike GT Performers, which were like just the main tubes. This whole bike is 4130. Even the forks are stamped at the bottom 4130. I added the ACS 860 front brake to it. When I got the bike, it was missing the front brake, but that's what would have been correct for this bike. I'm in no way a purist or anything like that. I'm not trying to build a correct bike. My concept for this bike is just to build what I feel like a Vertigo should have looked like. That just my opinion. I went with the black Skyways because to me a Skyway is not for a particular bike. It's just an 80s wheel that was on all kind of bikes, dynos, GTs. I've seen them on General Hustlers and Hard Roads, all kind of bikes. Even Diamondbacks. But you know, it's just more correct since it's an 80s bike, so that's why I did that. Versus the Tomahawks that had the 90s logo on them. Yeah, It's a Survivor. At some point, I might powder coat it, but I like the Survivor look that it has. I like that it has scratches and stuff. It adds character to the bike, and you know what you got for the most part. It's nothing covering the original metal. It hasn't been repainted or anything, so you know what dings are there. It's nothing hidden. Uh, but yeah, that's my '88 GT Vertigo.